Welcome to Monte's Minute, Spring Edition 2019. This is February the 25th, and I would have liked to have done this sooner, but I'm really glad we're doing it now. I have a special welcome for you today with a guest, but before I get to my guest, I want to say that it's a beautiful day on February 25th, and it has been raining a lot, but I see you walking around campus even in the rain. So I'm glad you're here. Our enrollments are looking really phenomenal. We're about the same we were last year this spring. And we have a whole set of new classes for students that they are taking. There's some interesting activities going on statewide with community colleges. One that you should be aware of is Assembly Bill 705. Which starting in fall of 2019, all students who are coming in as freshmen will have to take freshman English and math the first year. This is different from before, where we assessed you and put you in a developmental English and math class to get you ready for college freshman in math, but now you'll be able to enroll with support. We'll have more tutoring, more additional instruction time so that you do well in freshman English and mathematics. The other thing is that you should be aware of is guided pathways, and that is an effort of all community colleges to give you very seamless pathways to follow so you can get through all your classes in a timely manner and know exactly what courses to take. Both Assembly Bill 705 as well as guided pathways would really require you to talk to your counselors. So the counselors are very aware of all of this and can help you navigate and get through. But the area that I'm really interested in pursuing this afternoon is financial aid, and specifically how to obtain financial aid and how to obtain Pell grants. So today I have a special guest by the name of Dennis Schrader, our Director of Financial Aid. Okay, so next to me here is our Director of Financial Aid, Dennis Schrader, who runs our financial aid office. Dennis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
It's fine.
Good. I have some questions for you, Dennis, that I think all students would be very interested, as well as faculty and staff, on information on how to obtain financial aid. One question I have is, Los Angeles Mission College is a low-cost institution. We only charge $46 a unit. Why should someone apply for financial aid?
Well, even though we're a low-cost institution, there's all kinds of other expenses just beyond your enrollment fees, your basic fees at the school. And students can usually qualify, at least for the California College Promise Grant, what used to be the Board of Governors fee waiver, and waive your enrollment fees. But on top of that, there's books and supplies, and they cost money. And so there's ways to get financial aid to cover that. There's transportation costs. Our students commute every day back and forth to school, and sometimes from far away. And then there's even a possibility to have money to cover some basic living expenses. Can't cover all their room and board costs, their rent and all. But that's why we want students to apply for financial aid. They're not going to use it all up. They don't have to worry about that. We want them to have those resources to cover those other external costs beyond just the cost of classes.
Very good, very good. When should students or can students apply for financial aid? When?
Well, the cycle starts very early. October 1st, both the federal aid form, the free application for federal student aid, and for our Dreamer students, the California Dream Act application become available for the next fall. So it's a long lead up time, but it gives students a lot of time to apply early, find out their results, get response back from us at our financial aid office, and let them know what they're going to qualify for in aid. So we do want students to apply early. Anytime in October, November is really early, so that they'll know way ahead of time before we even get close to the next fall what they're going to qualify for.
Very good, very good. And is their information private?
Absolutely. When it comes to the students who apply through the FAFSA, that federal aid form, first of all, they have to be either a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen, a permanent resident status, for example. Their information is shared with only the federal agencies that are required to qualify them as the U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen, maybe selective service for our male students, but that's really about it. Now, for our dreamers who do the California DREAM Act application, that is just for the state of California. It's only handled by the California Student Aid Commission, the people who do Cal Grants, so that information is not shared outside of that agency.
Fantastic. It's good to hear that the Dreamers have the ability to get state aid that is completely private. It's handled by the state and not shared with anyone else. And Dennis, I want to thank you because I know your staff work awfully hard, and while we've been talking, there have been some shots of your office and your staff, and we know that you're doing everything you can to reach out to students. So thank you so much for your help. So there you have it. Financial aid is available. You should know that many of you are not applying that could apply. One of the sort of myths about financial aid is if I get financial aid at a community college, in this case LA Mission, I won't be able to use any financial aid for the 4-year if I transfer. That is really not true. You do have the ability to move forward to the 4-year and get financial assistance there as well. So I just wanted you to know that. We are ending in a time when, of this broadcast, or rather this Monte's Minute, when we're really excited to tell you that the funding formula for community colleges is going through some changes. Enrollment will continue to be part of our funding, 60% down the road. 20% of our enrollment has to do with the number of BOG, or rather promised student grant students we have, and financial aid students we have, Pell Grant recipients, as well as our Assembly Bill 540 students. And then the other 20% eventually will be success. And this is where LA Mission College really shines. Our transfer, our certificate attainment, our degree attainment has gone way up over the last 3 years. So we're making real good progress to make sure you complete and you get your certificates, you get your degrees, and you do transfer for those of you who want to, and particularly for those of you who want to get into careers with the certificate in your hands, so you can get some really good jobs that are available out there. So I'm excited about where we're going this spring. It's going to be a fun-filled spring, and most of all, a successful spring for you. So again, thank you, LA Mission Eagles. You're the greatest.